a different number, but
Yeah, or
it's
like a false nine, or like,
yeah.
and I'm like, I didn't know these terms growing up playing soccer. So, cool. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's look inside the city from the perspective of Sam Dolobaipu.
Yep.
Am I saying that right?
Yeah, Sam Dolobaipu, yeah.
Okay, got it. Great.
A lot of
Because
people get it wrong.
that's how I've been saying it, all
Yeah.
last year, and so hopefully it was right. Because if it wasn't, I have a whole season of saying it wrong.
Yeah,
So
you did it. You did a good job.
okay, awesome. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you. So today's look inside the city from the perspective of Sam Dolobaipu. My very first question, which we had a chance to talk about this before I hit the record button, but it's how you got here. So you are originally not from the United States, right?
No, I'm from Liberia, born and raised.
Okay.
Came here when I was 15. Well, like fast forward to how I got to Lansing. I played against Marco.
Oh, against
And,
Marco.
Well, not like his team. Like we
His
played in
team.
the CrossFit League for college.
Okay.
So I played for Huntington, and he coaches Spring Arbor, and we played against him, and like we didn't really do good, but like after the season, he reached out to my coach, and he was like, "Hey, are you looking to like play in the summer and stuff like that?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure," and told me about the team and stuff, and I was like, "Yeah, it's a great opportunity for me."
That's awesome. And so that was last year.
Yeah, last year.
Last year was your first year with Lansing City football USL2.
Yes.
Okay, so for anyone that's watching that isn't aware, if you didn't see Sam play last year, you really missed out because he was – how many goals do you have by the end of the year? Like 10?
10 goals, yeah.
10 goals, which is crazy for USL2.
Yeah.
So he was just a force up top, and we'll get a chance to talk a little bit more about that. But I'm curious to hear a little bit more about your background. Before we went on, you talked about how you came from Liberia and you really like moved around a lot in the U.S.
Yes,
before really settling. So tell me about the places you've been.
Well, when I first came, I was living with like a family. So I was in Pennsylvania, Allentown, Pennsylvania, for like a couple of years, and then I moved to my sister in South Dakota, and I lived there for a little bit. But I couldn't get into high school because they had like a weird like rule or whatever. But then I moved to Minnesota to finish high school there, and after that I moved back to South Dakota, and I mean, not pretty much was going on there, and like I got into college in a weird fashion. So like we used to play like for cash cups and stuff.
Okay.
And I went to Boston to play a game, and I met like the assistant coach from Huntington University, and he was like, "Hey, do you go to college?" And I was like, "No, I don't." And he was like, "Hey, do you want to come down here and check out the school and stuff like that?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." Went down there, talked to the coach, and he was like, "Yeah, like we can offer you stuff to come to college." And
Wow.
yeah, that's how I started college.
Wow. How long ago was that you started college?
2 years ago. So I started college pretty older.
Okay.
So I was at 22 years old. So
Okay, because how old are you now?
I'm 24.
24. Okay,
So
you
not
started,
really ideal for like,
Yeah,
how like the age for people to start college.
sure.
So.
Yeah, but hey, you're doing it. It's only a few years than like what's typical, but even that, it's still, I'm sure, a great thing. What are you studying there?
I'm a double major right now, sports management and business marketing.
Okay,
So
awesome.
Pretty nice.
That's cool. Do you have what kind of like goals or vision do you have for that education?
I've always wanted to be like a player agent in the future.
Okay.
Because like I have like aspirations for stuff like that. Like pretty recently I started like working with like recruiters and stuff, like trying to, because I was working with like the transfer process and stuff.
Yeah.
And just how it's going and stuff is just something I really aspire to do in the future.
Okay.
But also like I want to play professionally too. That's like a big goal for me. Like I feel like it would be a biggest accomplishment.
They're really cool. Yeah, I actually have want to talk to you about like your goals for soccer and just in a little bit. But before we get to that, let's talk a little bit more about. So you moved around the States, which, by the way, coming from Liberia, did you learn English before coming to the States?
Yeah, we're Liberia was colonized by United States.
Okay.
So, like, our flag literally looks like the United States flag, but only we have one star.
Okay.
Because we have one capital.
Gotcha. Okay.
But we speak English, but it's like very broken English. You know how like Jamaican, like they have like the accent, so we have very, very broken English.
You have something similar, a similar dialect? Okay.
Yeah.
I was actually just learning about that
nice.
from someone I met through the futsal champion series, and he was doing camera work, and he was saying he's from Jamaica, and I was like, oh, broken English, like I've heard about it, but what is it like?
Yeah.
And he gave me some examples. Like, wow, that's so interesting.
Yeah, if I was saying next to someone here from my country and we're talking, like we speak really fast,
Yeah.
so like you won't understand like what we're saying. Like,
Yeah.
you get some of it, but like it's very like broken English. Like
Yeah.
we switch the words up. And
So
stuff.
if you had to give an example, like let's say you were going to say like, you know, hey, do you want to like go get some lunch or something? Like, what would you say?
I mean, I'll say, my man, you want to go get food, like stuff like it's
Yeah.
like it's very quick, you know.
Yeah.
Like I'm saying, my man, do you want to get food?
Yeah.
Like it's like very mutual, like
Yes.
stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay. But it just is very quick.
It's very quick and like the way we say it.
Yeah, that's so interesting. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing that. That's
Yeah,
really
of
fun.
course.
That's really fun. Okay, awesome. So yeah, because I was like, I don't really know much about like the languages spoken in Liberia, but your
Yeah.
English, like I would have never guessed that
Yeah.
you English. I guess I don't know if you would say proper English or what the opposite of broken English is, but I wouldn't have guessed that it wasn't like native to you. You know what I mean? So
Well, it's more of like when I first came, like my accent was really, really strong. Like even I still struggle with some words now.
yeah,
But like I started like what I learned was reading like a lot of books. Like it helps my
Oh,
grammar, which
yeah.
was really like what helped me like to
yeah,
just get with the interaction. Like if I'm talking to you, like I can switch it up, and
That
then when I'm
makes
talking
sense.
to my people, I can switch it up.
you can
too.
switch it up. Cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So now we'll get to the point where you were playing at Huntington,
hmm
and that's how Marco saw you because he played against you guys at Spring Arbor.
hmm
And this was last year. He calls up your coach, get in contact with you, and says, "Hey, and he has a conversation with you
hmm
and says, "Hey, are you interested in playing?"
Yeah.
You say yes. And then you have the whole, year last year. You moved to Michigan for a time. So what was all that like? Your experience playing for Lansing City football last year.
To start with, I'll take Marker because it's a great opportunity. Like I've never played at a USL2 level. Like when I was like back in South Dakota, I played like MPSL, UPSL, and
Okay.
that's like lower level, which is not like the same level as
Yeah.
like the USL. But I mean, it was great. Like I came in like not knowing what to expect, and Marker really helped me like settle in, like just give me confidence and stuff. Just play,
Yeah.
Like I trust you, do what you know and stuff like that. I know it's really great for me for sure.
That's awesome. So you
Yeah.
came in, it was something that was brand new,
Yeah.
and then, all of a sudden as let's see here, all of a sudden like as time went on, you started to become a force on the team. You were
Yeah.
scoring goals. What was this experience like? I mean, kind of coming from, you had never stepped foot on a USL2 pitch before,
hmm
and now, your teammates are trying to get you the ball so,
Yeah.
so that you can turn and rocket one into the net. What was that experience like?
It was like I said, it was great. Like when we first started, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of nervous because like when the first training we had like 30 guys. Like
Okay.
it's kind of different from this year, but when I first got there, I'm like, ooh, am I at this level and stuff like that? So like I had to like settle in and stuff. Like I said, Marco helped me a lot, and yeah, I just started I gained confidence, just kept scoring goals, and it was great.
Yeah.
I was enjoying it too because like I'm playing at this level, and I'm like, okay, I'm playing with D1 guys. These guys are like where you want to be, and like they helped me a lot. Just like knowing like, okay,
Wow.
like I'm around a group of people that's like like at a good level that I want to be
Yeah.
at. So
Yeah.
it was really helpful for me for sure.
That's awesome. That's really cool. Do you feel like so that was last year?
hmm
You guys are just getting started this year. You've only had like a week and a half of training at most. What would you say? This question probably draws from mostly just your experience last year.
hmm
But I guess you do have a couple of weeks this year that you could draw from too.
Okay.
What do you feel like has been, if you had to say like your maybe most exciting moment that you like remember very fondly, and maybe like a very challenging, hard moment in through your time with Lansing City? Do you remember any moments like this that you could share?
I mean now so I haven't really been playing since November because I had a little bit of injury.
Okay.
So like right now it's like I'm working on my like trying to get back to where I was before. And
Yeah.
it's just like it's been challenging, but it's something that's like actually made me grow more as a person.
Yeah.
Just to know like coming from injury, like I've been out for 5 months, so it's like it's been tough on me and stuff. But what I would say about last year was more of like we had a really good team, but like we worked together, but like we didn't work like like much as a team. But
Mm,
like this year is like quite different. Like it's like everybody's
interesting.
hungry and like we're working more as a team, like just building connection is, and it's really exciting for me because like we kind of had similar back to Huntington. We didn't have like the like stars or whatever, but like we had a team where it's like we work together, we work for each other, and I really admire that, and that's really great for us this year for sure.
That's awesome. Can you talk more about that culture of a team that you're seeing emerge and be built this year that was different than last year? Tell me a little bit more about that and how you've seen it be so valuable already, even just a couple weeks in practice.
Uh, Last year we had a bunch of players that was like in and out, which wasn't really good because like you want to have like connection with the guys you're playing with on the field, which is really like you need a relationship with your teammates. And like this year we have that where it's like okay like Sahel, like some of the new guys that came in, like we're all like brothers, like
Wow.
that's really good, that I really like too, because it really helps you. Like say you're not doing good in the field, like your teammate can build you up to be like
Yeah.
okay, like let's go, bro, like it's fine,
Yeah.
let's keep going, let's keep working for each other.
And you feel like you can already tell just a week and a half into just trainings and maybe a scrimmage or two, you can already tell that culture is stronger this year than last year.
Yeah, for sure. And Marco is really like he's doing a great job. He's helping us like just like put that more to us. He's like stuff he said to us is like, hey, you guys should hang out more like outside of the field, like that would help your relationship, and that's really been helpful for us too, like compared to last year what we had.
Yeah.
Because last year, like for me, I wasn't really around the guys because we're like I was in Lansing, they're like in Spring Arbor and stuff,
Yeah.
and then now it's like the Spring Arbor core, and then like he add up like like a certain pieces,
Yeah.
and that's been really great for us, especially the young guys too. They've been doing really good.
Yeah. You guys have a lot of young guys this
Yeah,
year?
they're amazing, man. Like they're great. They're like they're in high school, and I'm looking at them like if when I was in high school, I was not this good.
Oh, wow.
And it's like, wow, these guys are gonna be playing for Lansing like a couple of years, and I know they're gonna have a good stuff, like good
That's
stuff
awesome.
going on here for sure.
That's really cool. Well,
Yeah.
that's really exciting to hear. I know I'm really excited to see them and see, maybe not even at games. I might have a chance to come watch some practices or something just to kind of see, those younger players. Maybe they don't get rostered or what.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's actually very interesting when you talk about some of the younger players. Can you focus on that for a second and talk about the exciting talent that Lansing City has coming up in the future?
Yeah, like I one thing I really admire about Lansing is how like they work with the youth, and that's really good because like you want to have like you don't want to just bring new guys in every year. Like it doesn't really like create a culture. If you have like younger guys that's already on the team and you're working with them,
Yeah.
they will know what's going on, and that's something that I really admire. Like I said, like it's very good. Like yesterday we had a friendly, and when they came in, they were actually playing much better than when we were in, and I was like, that's really exciting because you can see like they're creating chances to score like a couple of goals, and it was like,
Wow.
that's great because these guys are still in high school,
Yeah.
and we're like in college, and then we were pushing like trying to
Yeah.
go forward, and you can tell like Lansing have a good core, and I
Yeah.
respect that a lot.
That's
From
awesome.
what you guys are doing here.
That's really cool. Well, so if you had, if you were, I guess maybe the best question is like, what does it mean to you, with these things in mind, and what does it mean to you to be able to step out on the field, wearing the Lansing City logo, knowing that you're representing this team and you're playing for this team in the USL2 in a league that's like, if we're honest, many players are really out for themselves as a whole in USL2 because, it's part of the journey, right? As you mentioned, like you guys have goals, and, it seems like that is much of the culture that's around, and the story you're telling me feels different, than that. What does it mean to you to be able to step out on a USL2 field, wearing the city emblem?
I mean, I would say it's an honor for sure. Just like it's an opportunity to like display your talent. Like I said, I haven't played at this level, and like being given the opportunity to do so, I appreciate it a lot because not many coaches are really like trusting you and stuff.
Mm.
Like once you come in, like I said, Marco really helped me a lot, and it's been great. Like I love it. I love playing soccer. Like it's part of my identity, and I
Yeah.
really love just being able to compete. Like I always want to compete to win, and it's just something that I admire a lot. And I'm grateful for Lansing to actually give me the opportunity for sure.
That's awesome. That's really cool.
Yep.
What do you think is something that you look forward to most this year?
I would say just enjoying the moments. Like I don't want to be too like like very I mean, it's good to be competitive, but like I don't want to make it all about it. Just this year, like in college, I was very just I want to win every game, every stuff, and then like it would affect my mental. Like if I
Yeah.
don't win, but like this year, I really want to just enjoy playing because
Yeah.
it's a privilege. Like I was out, like I said, I was out for 5 months, and that showed me a lot. Like okay, like I'm not playing. What am I doing? Because soccer is like a big part of me.
Yeah.
And I just
Wow.
I just want to enjoy like the moments that I have and stuff.
Yeah.
Just play my best, give it my all. Hopefully, we help the team win a lot of games this year.
Yeah.
We're hoping to do so. So
Yeah, that's awesome. It's like I know I totally understand why you felt like it was hard to say at first, because it's like you're not trying to say that you're going to work not as hard or you're not as competitive or you don't want to or like you want to win less, but it's like you are recognizing, particularly from the time you spent out in your injury, like the privilege it is to play, and you're like, I want to make sure that I'm cherishing these moments,
of course,
that when I play, and if anything, I imagine that makes you play even harder and push your teammates even more.
I mean, so when I was hurt, like our college, we would have trainings, and I'm just sitting there because like I cannot watch people play when I want to play. It's like a thing for me. Like I'd rather just watch like a soccer game.
Yeah.
But then like if I'm able to play, like I would want to play. But then I was just saying there, I'm like, dude, like I miss this.
Yeah.
So like now it's more of like I gotta enjoy the moment because you never know how long you have that. So now I just see stuff differently. I'm like, okay, like I want to just enjoy playing soccer because it's a big part of me, and I just love doing this. So
that's awesome. I'd love to ask you a little bit more about that, and then I'll wrap up with one final question. So tell me a little bit about you talk about soccer as a part of your identity. It's a part of you. What has your journey been like specifically with soccer? Like how did you start playing? When did it become so tied to your daily life? Tell me about that.
Well, so in Liberia, where I'm from, soccer is like the nation's sport. So like this is all we do. Like like backyard soccer. Like small spaces and stuff like that. Playing on the roads. Like just remembering as a kid, like that's what we grew up playing.
Wow.
So like back home, like I was like more attracted to basketball.
Okay.
But like it was
because it wasn't accessible, like it wasn't like people didn't play it as much, or like
no, it was there, but like I'm on the taller side, so like basketball was more ideal for me. But because in my school, it was like I went to the Catholic school, a private Catholic school, so like basketball is like the big sport there. So like I wanted to be part of that scene. But again, like soccer in Africa is like a big thing. Like this is everybody. Like you have to play soccer once you're there. So like it's just been a part of me since I was little, like for long as I can remember.
Yeah.
And then when I came to the U.S., like in high school, like I just tried out. Like I wasn't really taking it serious because I'm like, okay, like I'm in the U.S. I don't think I'm really at the level of the basketball, the guys, because this is like a big thing here. So I was like, soccer was, it was good. I played decent in high school. I did really good, and yeah, from there it just stayed with me because like I said, it's always a part of us back home. It's something we just kept playing and enjoying it.
Yeah, that's really cool. That's really cool. So the last question I'll ask then is, what are your goals in soccer? Like, where are you trying to, other than scoring lots of them this year again? I'm sure you're trying, but where are you trying to get to in your journey in soccer? Like, what are your aspirations?
I mean, now initially, like to play professional in the future is like it will be really great for me. But like right now, how I see it as it's like I feel like school is like something that I want to complete because my family, like they look up to that. We don't really have someone who like finished college in my family.
Okay.
So I looked at it as like I had this opportunity, like I never had it like in like 2-3 years ago. But then now here I am. I'm in school. Like I want to finish school, and then after that I can be like, okay, like I want to look to go professional. But professional has always been something that I would want to do in the future for sure.
Okay.
If I do get the chance to. So
yeah, that's awesome. Well, I hope the best for you, man, and I'm excited to see you on the pitch again this year. And I hope that I get lots of opportunities to say, "What an amazing strike from Sam Dolobaipu," or "It's the back of the net from Sam Dolobaipu." I hope I get to say that a lot this year.
Yeah. I remember you had one when I scored against, I think it was Michiana. Like I had a power shot that went in the top. It was like, from Sam. It was amazing. I still have that clip. I posted it recently, actually, and then tagged Lansing in it. Yeah, I love it.
That's awesome.
Amazing.
I'll have to go check it out. That was probably over the PA, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It was.
Cool. I'll have to maybe go check that out. But I have a good time, and you have a great name for it because it's like it's simple, but also like your last name has flair to it, and so you can really. So it's just great. Oh yeah, it's awesome. I love it, man. Well, thanks so much for spending some time here with me, and it was great to personally just get to know you a little bit. And I hope you all were able to have a chance to get to know Sam Dolobaipu a little more. So when you see him on the field playing that number 9, do you know what your number is going to be this year? Like your actual number?
No. I asked to get an extra large because last year my jersey was like a little too tight than I wanted. Yeah, I'm like, I asked for 28. Hopefully I got an extra large in 28.
Okay, so he might be number 28. You're going to be playing the number 9 up in that forward position. So be watching for him in Lansing City football on the USL2 pitch this year. Sure to see some sparks fly. We hope it's going to be exciting. But thanks so much again, Sam. We really appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, you bet, man.